Today I'm going to show you 3 trades on PLTR with 3 different setups in 10 minutes to show you how a professional day trader approaches trading a stock. So here's my first setup. This is a 5-minute engulfing breakout, and what I'm looking at here is on the 5-minute chart, the second 5-minute bar or candle is starting to engulf the first 5 minutes. And so this can either be a long or a short play, but it's really a strong sign of a reversal if that second bar can engulf the entire first bar. The other thing I'm looking at down here is the volume. The volume on the second 5-minute bar is still quite high. At the open, you're always going to have a tough time competing with the first bar because a lot of volume has riding at the open. But you want to see a strong amount of volume to continue to make sure this stock is still active and still in play. Next, I'm looking at here at these areas of support. So this is actually the pre-market high, previous day high, and the open are all happening right around this level. And these were areas of resistance before, and now they more seem to be acting as areas of support. So I want to see those get broken before I get in. Next, I'm looking at my level 2 here. I see some big orders to the downside that I think the market makers might go down and get. At the same time, I see there are actually a lot of orders to the top side, which actually looks a little bit foolish. But because the price is closer to these orders to the downside, I think we have a chance to go down and grab them before making a move back up. So let's take a look at this. So the price comes down here and I go ahead and I get in. And to be honest with you, right away, I'm actually not that happy with this trade but I look at it, my stop loss is up above the VWAP. And so right now I am risking at their 50 or 60 cents to make 90 cents, which for me isn't a very good risk to reward ratio. And so I'm really not actually all that thrilled with this trade when I did in it, but I stayed on for now to see what happens. If it starts going back with the VWAP, I'm probably going to get out, which is actually exactly what I do here. I get out before my stop loss. I probably could have stayed in there, but I got out because I thought, two things could happen here. One, the price could continue to go against me and I would get stopped out and take my full stop. Or two, it could go in my favor and I would make some money, but not as much, because what I could do is stop out, get back in with a better risk to reward and actually make more money even after starting out if I just got this better risk to reward ratio. And that's what I saw here. And this is my next play setting up here. And this one here is a lightning rejection is what I call it. So what happens is the stock has come down through the VWAP. It comes back to the VWAP and tests it and rejects it. And then I expect it to go back down. And so the idea is that after that rejection, I'm going to get in, put my stop right above the VWAP. And then again, I'm looking at this level 2 here, that 175, 174 is definitely in play. And that's what I am targeting for this play. And now if I can get in here much closer to the VWAP, I'll have a much better risk to reward. I still have lots of orders to the top side, but again, I'm still much closer to those orders to the downside. I think we might go and pick those up first. So I watch this, I get in here. So I'm in short. And again, this is actually a much better entry than my previous one. I really should have been more patient on that last play when I look at this in hindsight. And I think that I should have waited for this setup rather than taking the first one. It was really aggressive, that first trade. This one is a lot more conservative. I have a much better entry, a much better risk to reward. Here, getting down to 175 will actually give me almost a 3-to-1 risk to reward, whereas my last entry wasn't even 2-to-1. So we hit the first price target there of 175 and actually get most of the way out on this one. I think I got 75% of the way out, and I've just left 25% on to see if it could get down to 174. But again, I had seen those big orders to the top side. PLTR was actually gapping up on the day, so it was showing a bit of strength. So I wasn't super confident that it was going to get down to 174. So I took a good chunk off, and now I'm just waiting to see maybe I can make a little bit more on this one, or You know, if it comes against me, that's fine. I can lose that last time I learned. I'm already profitable on this trade. I've already covered my losses from my last trade. And, you know, I'm not all that concerned what is happening now. And this is actually a big psychological trick. And there's a great book you should read. It's called Best to Lose Your Wins. I've already stopped thinking about that first trade. And now I'm just focused on this trade. And you know what? I just got stopped with this one. I made money. That's great. And now I am thinking about my next trade. So again, already you need to be just in the mindset, that flow state of looking for opportunities. So I stopped at a one, and now here I'm looking for my next trade opportunity. So this is the next one. This is the VWAP reclaim. So how this one works is you have a stock that has sold off, and then it very quickly comes back to the VWAP. And this actually creates a little bit of a short squeeze. So if you think about this, all these people that were short like I was just before now, they're going to start covering here because they are getting stocked out. And when they cover, they have to buy shares because they were short before. So that is going to drive the price even higher. And because it's come up so rapidly, they're all going to be covering very quickly. So this is a good opportunity to get in long to ride that squeeze up a little ways. Now, again, I saw there was all these orders up here to the top side. So now we have the momentum in the form of this little, it's just a little short squeeze that's taking us up to the top. And then both we can rely that momentum up into these orders to the top side. So let's see how that goes. So I get in right here. And again, I might have been a little eager getting in. Sometimes you can wait for the retest on the VWAP, but you know, it wasn't much. My stop is down there around 176. So now, you know, I'm riding it up. I'm hoping it to get up to about 177.50, 177.40 raise. I've already taken one partial here, which is around the high of the day. There was a lot of resistance here before. Now I take it that other partial up around 177.50. And again, I'm just going to let this ride up. I've already got my two partials here. I'm pretty happy with this trade, to be honest with you. I think I might take a few more partials if it gets up to 177.80, which is where the next big order is. And then I'll just leave a little bit on to see if it goes any higher than that. But already on this trade, you know, I'm already at about 4-1 on my money because I got a nice tight stock in there with this stock squeezing up. And I caught it right at the right moment. And now I'm just making profits. And there it is. That was my last partial. Yeah, there we go. Now I just have a little bit of money left on it. And I'm just seeing what happens there. But again, that is the way to kind of approach day trading when you're looking at a stock like this, like PLTR. It was definitely in play today. You're looking for your setups to occur. And that's the most important thing. Every trade you make, you need to have a reason for making it. You need to know what you're looking at, why you're taking the trade, what's telling you to do this. And if you're consistent about that, sometimes you'll lose, sometimes you'll win. But if you're using your playbook, you have the profit risk to reward ratio. In the long run, you'll make money. You just have to stick with it. So, until next time, happy trading. I hope you learned something, and make sure to subscribe to check out more of my trade recaps.